Oh hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back. A new Pokemon video. We're using Kadabra. So we have Donphan, Babero, Kadabra. I don't know what I was thinking with this team. Don't ask. I caught this Kadabra and it was like I think it's a number 2 ranked, and it was 1500. I didn't have to power it up or anything. So here it is. So Donphan lead versus the Wigglytuff. A little bit of lag there, which you're gonna see happens a lot this video. I don't know what happened, but Donphan versus Wigglytuff. I built the Donphan. I thought it would be fun to use, and Babero got buffed this season, so I'm like, let's just throw these 3 idiots together and see what happens. Yep, that's what happens. So, we actually take out the Wigglytuff. We do go down the shield, which sucks, and they go into a Dragonair and they farm us down. Unfortunately, it's just yeah. We can't go into Kadabra, so I have to go into Babero, and then there's an Umbreon. So I'm like, okay, I lose. The game is over. Because if anyone here has used even Alakazam, they're all really frail and they all go down to pretty much one shot. So I have to stay in with the Babero here. Babero is pretty cool. It's cool that Surf got buffed, and I think it just got rollout, right? So it's kind of a cool Pokemon. I would use it again just on a different team, I think. I have some ideas. But so we're going to keep surfing this Umbreon here. We're doing okay damage. We got it pretty low. It took all our shields, and they get to another move here, unfortunately. So the problem is my Kadabra has to farm down an Umbreon with Psycho Cut. And as you can see, that's not going to happen. So they're going to hit me with a Foul Play, and that's just going to one-shot me. It's over. All right, sounds good. I got one-shot by an Umbreon. It was the first time for everything. So next game, Donphan versus Primeape. Not exactly where I'd want to see this. Kadabra is probably the better option here, but they get, oh my god, they get to that Rage Fist so fast. So we're not going to shield the first one. We get hit with the Rage Fist. It does a decent amount of damage, and I go for the Body Slam. Again, that lag, so I don't think I get the full... No, okay, I got excellent. The last game I only got a great, I believe. So we actually won CMP on that, which is funny. So they're going to go for another Rage Fist here, and we don't take them out. We're going to go for a Body Slam. Either we take them out here or they shield, and they end up going for the shield, which kind of sucks, but we get one more. Okay, this is good. This is healthy. We're going to go into Kadabra. They switch, and then we go into Babero. So Kadabra is being set up here. I don't have to block anything. Babero is actually a lot tankier than I thought it would be. I didn't think it'd be this tanky, but it's a tanky little boy. I like it. I like it. Look at him. Look how tanky he is. So we're gonna go for Surf. Does a good amount of damage. We can get to another Surf here. I believe that was CMP. Get to another Surf. We're gonna do a good amount of damage. And this is just being set up for Kadabra to come in and farm on the Mandibuzz, which I have Psycho Cut and it doesn't do a lot to Dark type. So it's look at Dicey here. Oh, we just get the farm down, which is great. They're going to come into, I believe it was the Primeape, and I was like, maybe I should throw my move, but I don't. So we have to use our block, which sucks. So whatever the last Pokemon is has to lose to us. So we take out the Primeape, and the last Pokemon is a Jumpluff. Okay, so I need to outpace it to 2 moves. We pretty much have 2 Shadow Balls. It has to do enough. Okay, that's half, and we get to the second Shadow Ball, and this should take it out. While I was using the Kadabra, I didn't know if Shadow Ball or Psybeam would be better. So, because like you get Shadow Ball quicker, which is interesting because I think it does more damage than Psybeam. But next game, Donphan versus Primeape again. I'm like, is this just the same game? If it's the same game and same team, this is great because I won last time. So we're gonna go here. We actually throw the Body Slam first. I don't think they threw their move, or we won CMP. Which one was it? No, they just didn't throw. They're going to go into Grovyle, and then I don't switch immediately, which I should have, but I'm like, what do I go to? So we're going to throw a Body Slam, and then we go into the Kadabra. The Kadabra has to farm down. I probably could have just stayed in with Donphan, to be honest. Grass Knot does a lot here. We don't even get to a second move. I'm like, okay, surely I live a Grass Knot. I don't live a Grass Knot. So we go down. I have to go back into the Donphan, which is not a great look. This is very embarrassing for me. We're going to go for a second Body Slam here. Hopefully they don't block. They do, unfortunately. And then we have to get to the Body Slam. I'm like, okay, can I risk this? I'm like, I can. I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Easy, easy. We farm it down, which is cool. The last Pokemon is nothing because we win that game. We're just too good. Grovyle is spicy though. Oh my goodness. Okay. um. Oh, did I not cut this part? That's embarrassing. I didn't cut this part. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I like to cut those, you know. It's cool. So we have Donphan versus Altaria. We lose. Babarrel has to be in the lead here, or has to be out here. So I'm gonna go into Babarrel, and they go into a Azumarill, which is okay because, but out of my entire team, Babarrel is the one that wants to see a Azumarill. Babarrel actually does very good against a Azumarill, which, I mean, kind of makes sense. Azumarill can't really do much against other water types outside Play Rough and stuff, but we're going to Hyper Fang. They are going to block. And I'm like, all right, if you're going to block, I'm going to block because, like, Babarrel is tanky, but I don't want to take unnecessary Play Rough damage. So we're going to block that one. I'm going to go for another Hyper Fang here. I'm not sure if this will take it out. This might get it just low enough, but they actually shield again. So I'm like, all right, fine. That's fine. It's a shield battle. I love using my shield. It's whatever. So we are actually going to outpace here. And they go into a Cresselia. And I'm going to go into a Donphan. I don't know why I went into the Donphan. I should have went into the Kadabra. So we get hit with a Grass Knot, which is cool. And we're going to go for a Body Slam here. Yeah, this team doesn't have a lot of answers to very tanky Pokemon or high level threat Pokemon. We don't get to another Body Slam, which sucks. That could have really, really helped. But yeah, this team doesn't really have answers like that. So I go into Kadabra. I'm not sure why. I was like, oh, maybe I can do something here. Get hit with a Moonblast. Almost kills me, which is cool. And then they go back into the Altaria. We are kind of low here, so there isn't really a ton we can do. I go for a Hyper Fang, which is nice. It does a lot. We're going to go for a second Hyper Fang here. So second Hyper Fang comes in. They're going to take us out here with a Sky Attack, which is unfortunate. But we have the Kadabra. So the Kadabra just has to... Okay, so we lose. We lost that one. That was a lose. So next game, Donphan versus Poliwrath. That's can be good. We have Trailblaze, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Obviously, if I could get Kadabra into it, that'd be awesome. But we're going to go for Trailblaze here. I probably should just go Body Slam, to be honest. There's no real point to go Trailblaze, but they don't block, and then we just take it out. So I'm like, okay, sure, I guess. And then they come in with a Trevenant. I'm like, oh dear lord, this Trevenant walls my entire team. We're going to Trailblaze. I had some notifications, don't worry about that. We Trailblaze here, and we actually do so much, and we don't get to the Body Slam. So I'm like, okay. Am I going into Kadabra? Is Kadabra getting the juiciest farm down of all time? Look at the Shadow Claw damage. That was one Shadow Claw, by the way. One Shadow Claw. And they have two moves, and it's Foul Play. So I have to block them, obviously. But we can get potentially a farm down. We don't have any shields, so it doesn't look good. And they have a Nidoqueen. So I'm like, okay, we can surf the Nidoqueen here. If they block, that sucks. If they don't, that's pretty sweet. They block one, so that's okay. We survive any one move. So if they go for Earth Power, it's not going to take us out. We barely live, and we get to another Surf here. If they don't block this, this is going to do a lot, and then Kadabra can come in and potentially farm down. So we farm it down, and we take it out, and yeah, they just didn't block. I don't know why. So next game, Donphan versus Lantern. This is actually a really good lead if they don't have Water Gun, and they don't, which is awesome. They switch into a Medicham, and I go for Trailblaze. I should have went for Body Slam because I'm switching, obviously. And I believe I switched it to Kadabra. Yeah, so we go into Kadabra. Kadabra versus what was once the most annoying, overpowered Pokemon in Great League. Get hit with a Power Up Punch, which is fun. We love that. We're going to go for a Shadow Ball here. If they don't block, it'll take it out. But they might, yeah, and they end up just blocking it, which is okay. Now, we don't go for the block here because I'm assuming they're just going to Power Up Punch us again. And I don't want to use the shield. So we're not going to use the shield. I'm going to get to the Shadow Ball. If they block, cool. You know, it's whatever. But they switch to the Lantern. So I'm like, oh, okay. So we go back into Donphan. We get the farm down, which is sweet. And now They go back into the Medicham. I'm going to throw the Body Slam immediately. If they block, awesome. If not, it's cool. So they don't block, it takes it out. And their last Pokemon is a Talonflame. So we're going to get to the Body Slam here, and this is actually just going to be a win because we have a barrel in the back that they haven't seen. So, and they didn't block that, which it makes sense. They shouldn't block that. And we actually get to another Body Slam, which is insane. Donphan was actually really fun to use. I want to feature Donphan in the video of with a team that maybe helps him a lot more than what this is. So we go into Barrel. Brave Bird won't take us out, but we're gonna block anyways because I know they're gonna go for their big move. They go for the Brave Bird, and we just take it out with Barrel, and that is a good game. Wow, this team's working so much better. Donphan versus Shadow Drapion here. So they're gonna go into Azumarill immediately. Switch to Barrel. Barrel is a great answer to Azumarill. It takes 3 Hyper Fangs to take it out, plus like rollout damage. I'm pretty sure that's probably safe to say. Yeah, yeah. With rollouts, three Hyper Fangs is very safe. So we're gonna block 1 here. I didn't have to block it, but I end up blocking it because I love using my blocks. I'm just a block boy. What can I say? So we're going to Hyper Fang. It does a good amount of damage here, and now we can't commit 2 shields, obviously, even though I would love to. We can't do it, so we have to take the play rough, and we take it very well. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know why I've been doing it this entire time. So we farm down the Azumarill, which is very nice, and then go back into the Drapion. The Drapion can't really take Surf, so we're going to get shields here. They didn't shield. Okay, I guess I'm new to these games too. I don't remember playing them. We surf again, take it out, and their last Pokemon is a Feraligatr. This is so tricky. We have to Body Slam. We have to use our Body Slams here. So 1 shield, and I'm like, I think I remember. Yeah, I shielded this. Yeah, I shouldn't have shielded this. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, so we're going to go for another Body Slam. They do have to block. If they don't, this will pretty much take it out, plus like mud slaps. And we don't get the extra damage in, which really, really sucks. So the only way I can win this game, I believe, is a catch. But Barrel doesn't have any energy, I believe, and I think the Shadow Claws would take me out. So I go to Kadabra, and we swap, and they don't kill. They don't throw their move, and then they throw their move, and I'm pretty sure they're at 2 Hydro Cannons. So not the greatest move on my part. Yeah, we were like 1. I think that was 2 Psycho Cuts off. So Feraligatr just takes us out. I played that really dumb, but I'm using a Kadabra, guys. There's nothing smart about this gameplay. So Donphan versus Goodra. This is actually not a bad matchup because we can take at least 1 Aqua Tail and they get to it first. We can take at least 1 Aqua Tail, but we are going to block because I don't want to take the Aqua Tail. Like, come on. Who do you take me for? So we're going to go for the Body Slam. Goodra isn't as tanky as you would think, but we actually do get a block, which is nice. And we get to a second Body Slam before they get to a second Aqua Tail, unless they already have it. I don't know move counts. We get the Body Slam damage, and I'm like, okay, do I shield here? We're not going to shield. I think I go into Kadabra. I go into the Kadabra to get some. Oh, that's me charging my phone. Look how much that Dragon Breath damage did. That was insane. Yeah, my phone was dying. Apologies. So we're gonna go for the Shadow Ball on this Feraligatr. He does have to block, or this will take it out, and then we can go into the Barrel. And he goes into the Typhlosion, which is crazy. So this Surf is gonna take out the Typhlosion, which is great, and then the Feraligatr coming in needs minimum 3 Hydro Cannons. He has to get through the shield, plus 2 more to kill me. So, you know, he's not going to do that. We're going to go for Hyper Fang here. Hyper Fang does a healthy amount of damage. I like me some Hyper Fang. Look at, oh my god. That damage is insane. We're not going to block because we don't have to. We have the star of the show in the back. We're going to go into Kadabra, and we almost lost. That Shadow Claw damage was so much. Oh my goodness. Kadabra gets the win. Cool. Next game, Donphan versus Dunsparce. Not the greatest lead, but they switched to Azumarill. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we can go to Barrel. Barrel is our Azumarill counter, and we don't get to a move first. I'm pretty sure that's just Ice Beam. No, it was play rough. Okay. Well, from the last game, we know that we could take at least one play rough, so that's why I learned as I was playing. So I learned we didn't need to block it. So we're going to go for the Hyper Fang here, do a good amount of damage, get to the second Hyper Fang. And now it's like, well, if you want to block, that's cool. If not, that's also cool. They don't block, which is awesome. We unfortunately do not block. Okay, we don't block. Cool. We're going to go back into Donphan here, get a good amount of farm. And we're seeing what the next Pokemon is. And it's another Jumpluff. Okay, so Jumpluff is a problem with this team. So we're going to go for Body Slam. That does no damage. Jesus. And we switch it to Kadabra. They switch it to a Dunsparce. It's not looking great. Dunsparce will outpace us. Kadabra is... yeah, it doesn't do a lot of damage. If you're going to be frail, you got to be strong. You know? Like come on. You can't be weak and frail. Like, pick a struggle, you know? I'm trying to remember. Do we block this? We don't block this. Yeah, we just give up on the Kadabra. I'm like, all right, Donphan is the way to go. They unfortunately do have 2 shields, so Donphan isn't going to be the way to go because we have no real way to take out the whatchamacallit, the guy. Yeah, we have no way to do it. So, sorry, I had to look at my phone for a second. Apologies, very unprofessional. So the Jumpluff here is actually just going to take us out. I mean, we just can't really do much against the Jumpluff, unfortunately, so we'll just spam Body Slams here. We got all the shields, and they will take us out with an Energy Ball. I think it's Energy Ball, right? Yeah, Energy Ball. And, yeah, that's going to be that game. On to the next one, Licky Licky, which I thought I'd see more of just in general, but I don't really see it that much. So Licky Licky versus Donphan. They switch into a Swampert. And I'm like, do they know something I don't? I go for the Trailblaze. They block, which is fine. And we're going to go into the barrel here because they can't really hurt me. I think it takes at least 2 Hydro Cannons to take me out. 1 Earthquake would be devastating, but yeah, they ain't going to do that. So we have to block 1, unfortunately, but we're almost at 2 Surfs. So 2 Surfs will definitely take it out unless they want to use their shields, which I'm totally cool about. They only have 1 left, so if they shield here, the next one will take it out, but they just go down, so hey, that works for me. They're going to go back into the Licky Licky here. I'm going to go for Hyper Fang. I don't know which one does more damage. They're both stab, but I'm not sure which one does more damage. So I just end up going for the Hyper Fang there, and we're going to let it go here. We can go back into the Donphan to kind of farm up on this Licky Licky, so... we don't have to block any move. It's Body Slam and what? Shadow Ball or Body Slam and Earthquake? Earthquake would suck, but they only got to a Body Slam. So we can potentially farm this down. No, we can't. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We're not going to block. We're going to leave it for Kadabra. And their last Pokemon is another goddamn Jumpluff. My goodness. Another Jumpluff. If they shield this, we do have slightly a chance here. So Jumpluff versus Kadabra. I don't know. I blocked the Aerial Ace. Oh my god, that's so bad. I don't know which one to go for here, but 1 Side Beam isn't going to take it out. So I'm pretty sure I need 2 Shadow Balls, which I'm not going to get to. Oh, so close. So close. That's okay. I believe this Jumpluff takes us out. Jumpluff was a problem. Jumpluff definitely was a problem. We get to the body. We didn't get to a Body Slam. But yeah, no, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And yeah. Have a good one. Peace.